Hello and welcome back. In this video we're going to cover the switch statement. So let's go ahead and make sure that your servers are still running. And if they are, then you're good to go. In the last video we covered the if statement, and we also covered else if and else. So you learned how to do a lot of conditional logic. The switch is pretty similar to an if, else if, and it's one of those things that you're probably in most cases not going to use a whole lot, but there's a few cases where it makes sense to use a switch, and you'll kind of know it when you see a good application for a switch. So let me get my browser in place. For some reason every time I start the recording software it moves my windows around, but that's alright. The other thing is, as we get going, if you guys like this video, please go ahead and click the subscribe button if you're not subscribed, and click the bell notification so that you get notified when I release a new video. Also, if you guys could leave a comment and hit the like button, that would help me out greatly. Alright, so let's get going. What we're going to do is, in our scripts folder, go ahead and create a new file, and we'll call it switch.php. And go ahead and open some PHP tags, skip down a few lines and close them. And then what we're going to do is show you how a switch is. Okay, first, I think it's easiest to teach a switch with doing a couple ifs and else ifs. So I think what we'll do is we'll do an example where we say favorite color is equal to green, and then we can make some choices on this. So this is how we would do an if statement. We would say if favorite color is equal to red, then echo red, and then we'd say else if else if favorite color is equal to blue, echo blue, and we can keep going like this. Else if favorite color is equal to purple, echo purple, and then we can, at the end, we can just say else echo I give up, just tell me. Okay, so this is an if-else statement that we could write for favorite color, and we're going to echo something different on each one of these conditions. But we can also write this with a switch statement. So I'll write down switch version, okay, and and the switch version will look a little different. So to write a switch statement, you simply write out switch, and then you put some parentheses, and then some curly braces, much like we do with the with an if statement. And we could say favorite color, and there's no reason for me to reset this because it's already set up at the top, but I'm just bringing it down here so we can see this easily above the switch. So then what we do is, instead of us doing some sort of condition, we're just going to tell it what variable we're passing into the switch. So we're going to pass in the variable name. So go ahead and pass in favorite color. And then what we do is, instead of writing a bunch of ifs and else ifs, we can actually put a case, and we're going to say red, and then we put a colon, not a semicolon, And then we could put here underneath that, we put echo red, and then we would tell it to break out. Okay, and then we could do case blue, echo blue, break, and then would be case purple, echo purple, break, and I'll explain the breaks in just a second. And then when we get to the end, instead of doing another case, we can say at the very bottom, we say default, and then we can do something else. So we do echo I give up, just tell me. Okay. This switch statement right here is exactly going to do the same thing as this if statement here. Okay. So it's going to, what it's going to do is it passes this variable in here, and then each case kind of checks, is it equal to that? So in this situation, is it equal to red? Nope. So it switches over, it goes down to the next case. Is it equal to blue? No. It switches down to purple. Is it equal to purple? Nope. And then it gets down, and if it hasn't reached any of these, it's just going to default and say, I give up, just tell me. Okay. The other thing to note is that a switch statement will, instead of like an if statement, once it hits one of these, one of these conditions that matches true, it doesn't run the rest of the else if statement. It just goes down past the last curly brace and goes to the next line of code. A switch statement will actually continue down and keep checking these unless you've put this break in there. So once it gets to one of these and it hits a break, it'll jump down. This can be used to your benefit, and sometimes the reason you would use a switch thing is because you may not want to break. You may want to let it go down the line and do other stuff. Okay, so let me show you what happens if we actually change this to say purple on the switch statement. And then in between these, I'm just going to echo out a break tag. Actually, I don't know why this doesn't work. I'm going to echo out a new line. That should work. So let's go back here and let's go to scripts / switch.php. And the first one says, I give up, just tell me. And then it says purple. Well, our new line didn't work. Surely it's not / Nope. I don't know. I don't know why this new line thing's not working for me. Maybe you guys can tell me. I've always used that before and it seemed to work. Or maybe I'm just making a really stupid mistake. But at any rate, let's just keep going with this switch statement. Another thing, actually what I'm going to do, I am going to echo a break tag here. And we'll echo another break tag here. And then refresh. And so what we get is the first line, or the if statement says, I give up, just tell me. The next one echoes purple and then breaks out of the switch statement. Okay. The other thing you can do with this is let's leave favorite color set to purple. And let me show you something else you can do. You can actually write a switch statement, another use case for the switch. So let's write switch favorite color, and you can cascade these cases. So what we could say is if we could say case red, and then you could say case blue. You say case let's see, something else, green. And if any of those are true, so if it's red, green, or blue, you can say echo nice choice, and then break. Then you could say case purple, case pink, case I don't know, magenta, and then we can echo that's okay, maybe next time. I don't know why I would say that, but then we could break out of that. So take a look at this. So if what's going to happen here is it's going to go into the switch statement and it's going to carry in that variable which is set to purple. It can check any of these, and then it would say nice choice. If it's any of these, it's going to say echo that's okay, maybe next time. Then what we can do is we can actually give it a default if we would like, and if it's anything else, we'll just say echo I don't understand. Alright, so let's go ahead and refresh now. And I got a problem on line 46 because I forgot my semicolon. Refresh. So since it's purple, it came down and it said that's okay, maybe next time, because it matched one of these cases. If I would actually have if I would have set favorite color equal to pink, it would also say the same thing because it's in this group here. Alright, I can also do what would happen if I would change this to red. Well, now it's going to say nice choice, right? Nice choice. If I do something that's not in any of these, it's going to make it down to the default. So let me pick one that's not here, brown, and it should say I don't understand. There we go. So that is a switch statement, and again, there'll be a few times that you'll use this. You probably won't use this as often as like an if statement, but it's good to know it's there. And sometimes it's actually cleaner to write your code with a switch statement because of this sort of stuff, that you can do all this. Otherwise you would have to write an if statement that would say if favorite color is equal to red, or if favorite color is blue, or favorite color is equal to green, and so your condition inside your if statement gets really long. The other reason that a switch statement might be kind of nice to use is if you're evaluating something like inside of a loop. You know, you won't have to reset a variable or anything like that. You could actually, it doesn't evaluate this each time. So if your evaluation runs a function or something that's a little bit expensive to run in memory or slows down the application a lot, you could just run it one time with a switch statement instead of putting in a bunch of conditions up in an if statement where it would have to run the evaluation multiple times. But other than that, like, you'll just see it and use it a handful of times. Just don't forget it's there. That's why I showed it after the if statement. Most of the time you're going to get by with this if statement, but you will see a switch statement from time to time. It's good to know how it works. It's important to know how it works and have it in your tool belt for that time when an if statement just doesn't look right. And you can try out doing it with the switch and see if it's any better. Alright guys, well, I hope that helps. Oh, I always forget to do this. We need to add it to our pages and to our menu. So let's open up pages and right click on template and go ahead and duplicate. And we'll call this one switch.php. And you guessed it, we're just going to go through and change these values. So switch statement, description, switch is useful when you need to check a condition in a cascading fashion. I don't know if that makes, you guys might be able to think of something better, but yeah, it's you know, it works well in certain situations. The other thing we'll do here, let's go ahead and go to php.net, and we're going to type in switch here. Copy this page, and this will give you the man, I don't know why Mac does that sometimes. So we'll go ahead and replace this href right here. Okay, and then everywhere where it says echo.php, we're going to change that to switch.php. You can put some notes here about it that you learned, and then go ahead and replace this video embed code with the video embed code of the video you're watching now. Click share right below the video and click embed, and then click copy and come back here and replace this. We'll save it. The last thing we need to do is add it to our menu, so open up menu.php, copy the last list item inside this unordered list, paste it, and here we're going to say switch statement. Maybe we'll just say switch, make that shorter. And then it's going to go to switch.php, switch.php, save that out. Let's go back to our site now, and we'll go to the home page. And now we have echo, variables, operators, if statements, and switch. So let's just check this, make sure it's good. Yep, there's our switch. Here's what's the results of this code. And then your video will be down here. Obviously my video is not correct. Go ahead and think of some notes about this, and guys, it doesn't do much good if you just copy what I'm doing. Play around with some of the source code, add to the bottom of this, keep this here for reference, and just try some stuff out. Alright, well that's it guys. Go ahead and don't forget to subscribe and comment and like, and I will see you guys in the next video.